More maintenance.
I guess.
What's up, guys? Today we're gonna do something very straightforward. If you want to, you can go to like a Valvoline or a Jiffy Lube or whatever and have them do your power steering fluid.
Didn't you get a price quote from one?
Yeah, it was not cheap. It was like $120, I think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And how much was all this?
It was, what was it, like $8 a quart?
I think so.
And then that tool was like 15 bucks.
On Amazon?
So we're gonna be doing our own power steering fluid swap because I just saved basically $90.
Yeah, and for the record, when you do it this way, you're gonna do it a couple times because you're trying to kind of clean out the system from a point that's not the lowest point in the system.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not pulling any lines off. As you can see, we have the reservoir cover off. If you want to point at that, you can look in there and see how gross that is.
Power steering reservoir, and you can see that
It's
not
disgusting.
only are we a tad low,
But it's gross.
we're actually at lower than the minimum,
Okay.
but it's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
So we're going to use this nice tool to suck out the fluid in the reservoir, run the car for a bit, and do it again, and run the car for a bit, and do it again. It's much like, have you seen the guy with the wash the rice? Just wash the rice?
Yeah.
It's pretty much just wash the rice
Yeah.
for power steering.
It's wax on, wax off power steering.
So let's talk about this cute little thing.
So we got this on Amazon.
For 15?
Yeah, like 15 bucks.
I've used these a few times. They are great for using them once and then throwing them in the garbage.
Great.
Because they leak after like 1 year.
And
But-
not only that, but it's gonna have all this disgusting fluid in it. And
Yeah,
so it's
well, that's
like,
the way it actually like valves through the center body.
It's like, if you could clean it, but like, ugh, you know?
Yeah, so we're
It's
literally
not.
just going to use this for power steering fluid, and then we're going to place it in the trash where it belongs.
And there's not really anything else on this car that, like, as far as I can tell, that requires a pump like this. You know, like the brake fluid, you do a bleed.
Yeah, you have bleeders.
You know, coolant, you drain.
Yeah, the drain.
The reason why we're doing this power steering, let me try to reiterate it in the way that Indy said, is basically if you do a drain, you run the risk of getting bubbles in the system that could manifest themselves, whereas if you kind of just pull the fluid out from the top and continually cycle the fluid, you don't run that risk because you're only leaving one exit point for the air, right?
It's that, and it's just easier,
Yeah.
honestly.
And
just
it's cheaper.
easier to do. It's cheaper, it's easier to do. And if you do get bubbles in the system, you'll get points in the steering where if you get a bubble on the rack, the steering will suddenly go very hard.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
No thanks.
Which is not something you want to do mid-turn, and suddenly realize your steering's tighter. If
Yeah.
you're used to it, sure, whatever. But if you're not,
Yeah,
stuff could happen.
for sure.
So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and suck some fluid out from the reservoir and then put some fluid in.
Let's do it. So we've got this tool set up. The intake is here. The exhaust is there. FBO, bro. It's a FBO pump.
Do we have headers?
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, so that is disgusting.
The nasty that's in here. See if I can rearrange this a little bit.
Wow. Now in this process, you're basically going to pull out as much fluid as you can, then do a little top off, run the system, and rinse and repeat.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that is absolutely
That's
terrible.
where we're at, but you can see how disgusting that is, huh?
Yeah. I think that this power steering fluid actually has never been changed.
Yeah,
That would look about right, right? 165,000 miles on this car.
I would definitely agree with that. Actually, that's some coffee disgust.
Yeah.
Like if you look at,
It's very thin too.
it does. Power steering, actually, if you guys don't know, is the same as ATF for most cars. And ATF is like nice, bright red. Not.
Yeah.
It looks like we're refilling the Pepsi bottle with Pepsi.
That's true. All right, well, let's pull the hose. I'm gonna grab. Yeah, we got
I'm gonna grab a towel.
Yeah, we got a towel right here.
Good, perfect. We don't.
Oh, there's spark plugs on that towel.
Just grab that one right there. You're right. That's whatever.
This'll do.
It's fine.
Just so we don't get any drips.
Yep, that's the idea.
Yep. Now we're gonna grab our AT fluid. Pour some in. I'll pour it to the max, I suppose.
Yeah, pour it to the max line.
So it really cycles.
Yep.
Here, you can grab this.
Pour ASMR.
Pouring ASMR.
Have you watched any of those ASMR videos? It's like girls with long nails just like scratching stuff.
It's so interesting.
Oh yeah, and you can see how nice and red that is.
Yeah. I saw a this guy did a video. I'm on a 1989 Batman meme group on Facebook, and someone did 12 minutes of Michael Keaton saying "I'm Batman" ASMR. I was like,
It
yep.
just locks over. See how it's got a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How am I not getting this right?
Just put it on there.
Yeah. Clearly, I'm doing something wrong here.
Anyway, so we're gonna turn the car on now.
Yeah, I mean, that's good enough.
Yep. Go ahead and turn the car on.
Sure. And then I guess I'll just turn left and right a bunch.
Yeah, turn left and right a bunch. Get some fluid running through the system. And now we will retake this off. And you can see that gross fluid has replaced the good fluid.
Yeah, that looks pretty
Gross.
and disgusting.
So we're gonna go ahead and repeat this a few times,
Yep.
and then we'll be back.
Yep. Okay, in case I didn't show it, this is the fluid that we use for the power steering. It's ATF type F. Since ATF fluid is very similar to power steering fluid, or it's the same shit.
It's the same.
So we did what, 4 passes, 4 different
I think about 4
pumps.
Yeah.
It used up pretty much exactly 1 quart. The car's warm, so I just put the Hot Max.
Are you alright? Are you dying?
Yeah, I had a little burpy burp.
Oh.
We put it at the Hot Max.
Hot Max.
We dripped a little bit, so if you, I'd recommend maybe picking up some brake clean so you don't have ATF fluid on your driveway.
Yeah,
That would not be good. Otherwise, it's very straightforward. It took us about 15 minutes, and the power steering fluid is completely refreshed, and it was $90 cheaper than Valvoline.
And it felt much better when you.
Oh, it was immediate difference.
Yeah.
And as you can tell from the fluid, I'll show some of the fluid. This is the second bottle we pulled. It was starting to look a little bit more red, so we had a pretty good indicator that we were, it was about time.
Making progress.
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for this video. Let us know if you guys have any questions or any requests on maintenance and stuff like that. We're going through a ton of maintenance on the G37 right now because it's got a lot of miles and we need to be doing this stuff. So if you guys have any questions or requests or anything like that, let us know in the comments down below. And if you like the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
We appreciate you guys.